Next up, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Mm-hmm.
In that one, that's a show also. All of these are going to be going to Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Hayden Christensen is reprising his role as Darth Vader.
How do you feel about this?
I want to see it.
How do you feel about Hayden?
I think he's a one-dimensional actor.
Do you think Hayden has changed since the last time because we haven't really, at least I know I haven't seen him since Jumper?
Did he do Jumper before he did Rise of the Sith? Or Revenge of the Sith?
Nothing was after.
He did Jumper.
I think
after.
Jumper was after that.
Okay. I don't know. I haven't seen him done anything either. I don't know. I mean, he's going to have to bring it as Vader.
I have never enjoyed him as an actor.
Yeah, I haven't either. I really haven't. But
he is...
because he wasn't the Vader. He wasn't the Vader that was cutting everybody down in Rogue One. It was somebody else.
Good point.
So
I mean, you don't really need...
You don't need to see...
You don't need to see Hayden play Darth Vader.
Yeah.
You know, I mean...
But he's reprising as Vader.
If you see shots of Anakin, this is where I expect to see Hayden Christensen, obviously.
I got you.
You know, so...
Yeah. Like, putting on, taking off the mask, whatever, or mangled or whatever.
Whatever.
Cyborg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Whatever. Bottom line is that I've never been a fan of him, and that's who they went with for Anakin Skywalker. So he's the only Anakin we have.
Yeah. So the next one up, we have two more animators. One is called The Bad Batch.
Yes.
And that's with the Stormtroopers.
I expect The Bad Batch to make me feel as good as the Clone Wars.
Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I do as well. I think Filoni is behind that one as well.
Yeah.
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 Then we have Star Wars Visions. This one is an animated short films, and it's going to be like an anime style. I'm not excited.
I know nothing about this one.
Yeah, this one caught me off guard too. I don't really know anything about this except that they take in, pointers from like anime type. It's dubbed in anime style.
Yeah.
Cartoons.
Something that my kids will be into.
Yeah.
Because they're into that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Ain't too much animes that I get.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there ain't some good ones out there. I just don't, I don't know how I feel about it.
It's not my genre.
Not yet.
It's not my genre.
But I'm still going to give it a watch.
Yeah.
And see what's going on.
I'm at least watch the first one.
Yeah. Then there's a Lando show. They have not said if we're going to be seeing Donald Glover, or we're going to be seeing Uncle Billy. Personally, I feel like Uncle Billy is Lando, man. Look, nothing against Donald Glover. For me, he's not.
What's the time? What's the time period?
They haven't said. So it's a possibility we could see both. We could see the young Lando, or we could see the old Lando.
I didn't mind Glover as Lando.
Yeah, Uncle Billy is Lando.
That is very true, and there's nothing you can say about that. However, Uncle Billy is a little older.
He is, but he's still smooth, man.
Yeah,
he's suave.
Yeah,
he's Lando Calrissian.
He is.
You know what I mean?
Colt 45.
Yes. Yes. But we'll see. Next one up, we have...
Oh, let me ask you this before you move on. Have you read the Lando comics?
I read some.
Yeah, I really enjoyed them.
Yes.
So, if we get anything out of that...
And when you read those comics, who do you see? Donald Glover or Uncle Billy?
Uncle Billy.
Uncle Billy all day. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. All right, so let's move on. One of them that's coming out is called The Acolyte. And I think we're going to get to see the Sith. Because Acolytes are like lieutenant of Sith Lords that go out and do their bidding.
All right, so for the Acolyte is the big mystery one that I'm expecting big things from.
Okay.
Just because of the name alone.
Okay.
It's a bold name.
It is.
It's a strong name.
It is.
It's an ancient name.
That mask over there is from an Acolyte.
Yeah.
So, again, these guys are rootless. They're like lieutenants.
Yeah.
We see Darth Maul as an apprentice.
Do we see the witches?
Before that, I don't know. I really don't know which way they're gonna go. But
Is this live
before
action or
that,
is this
he
animated?
gave off a very Darth Maul. It is gave off a very Acolyte type vibe.
Is this animated or is this?
I think this is gonna be real live action.
If this is going to be live action, and you get to see Maul at the relatively beginning,
But I don't know if we're gonna see Maul in there. It's a possibility we can.
Cause you can't really have Maul without the witches.
You can. But his mom.
She's a witch, isn't she?
You see what I'm saying? So if, and again, we don't know if they're gonna go that route.
Mm-hmm.
We really don't know. It's about, that's all they say, the Acolyte. So what Acolyte? Who Acolyte? What group of Acolytes that you're dealing with? What sect? Are these Acolytes coming out of, where was that Bane rose up? Korriban. Are they coming out of there? Like, we don't know what's what.
Yeah, we don't know.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take a step back and look at it and check it out and see what it's like. And if it's crap, it's crap. But if it's great, I'm gonna give it its props.
Okay.
I don't know who's behind it though. All right, moving forward, we have one that's called A Droid Story.
Oh, the short. Is that a short or is that actually a like a storyline?
I think it's a story. I think it's like a show.
It's called A Droid Story?
A Droid Story.
The Droid Story.
I don't know if it's following R2. I don't know if it's following C-3PO. I don't know like what's going on with it, but I do know that it involves droids.
Okay.
All right. Then we have an untitled Star Wars film by Taika Waititi. This one is a film.
But this is possibly Rogue Squadron, isn't it?
No, I'm
No.
about to get into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
so,
this, and again, it's untitled, so we don't know what's what with it. You see what I'm saying? All right.
Okay.
Now,
All right, I gotta ask my question now.
okay. Are we going to talk about Rogue Squadron then?
Well, since Rogue Squadron is a film, we gotta address the shows.
Okay.
Okay. What is your top 2 expectations as far as shows? Like, I expect these to be like the best shows. And then what do you think are going to be the bottom 2?
Out of the new one that they just
Out
released.
of this list.
Okay. Ahsoka Tano,
That's your number 1?
number 1.
Okay.
Obi-Wan,
Is your number 2?
my number 2. Actually, yeah, in that order.
I am going in a slightly different route.
Okay.
Because of the fact that I expect Ahsoka to be good, that's kind of like, and I'm biased, it goes up to my top 2.
Okay.
However, because I know it's going to be phenomenal, it doesn't get the number 1 spot for my expectations.
Okay.
The number 1 thing that's going to get my spot is going to be the Rangers of the New Republic. Because if it's going to be like from a military standpoint, I expect a lot of action, some espionage, and I think we get Cara Dune in that show.
Okay. Very well. Could be. Maybe that's why they're building her the way they're building her up in Mandalorian.
I think so.
Okay. We get ready to jump into the last Star Wars before we dive into the other stuff.
Yeah.
But before we go, I want to ask this question.
I'm listening.
How did you see the intro to it?
To which one?
Rogue Squadron.
No,
Okay.
I did not.
Blew my mind.
Yeah?
Start off with Patty Jenkins talking, and she's rollerblading in some rollerblades.
Mm-hmm.
And she's rollerblading up to her car, the back of her car.
Mm-hmm.
And, she's talking about, when she lost her dad and the 2 things she was passionate about. One of them was a fighter pilot. She's also a film director.
Mm-hmm.
She always wanted to direct.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, she searched her whole career looking for these things.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't find the right one. And then she's like, and she's changing. You see her taking off her inline skates and she putting on shoes or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, now I get to do 2 things that I've always been passionate about. And she puts on the helmet. And you see
The
the
Rogue Squadron
sigil
seal.
of the Rogue Squadron. And she walks off and she pops up the orange jumpsuit. And then the camera pans out
Mm-hmm.
to an X-Wing.
Oh, that's hot.
I lost it. I lost it. Shout out to my man Lee Willis, because I was actually talking to Lee, and Lee was like flipping out watching it because he was watching it live on Twitter.
My neighbor told me about it, but I've been so occupied with so many other things that I didn't get a chance to look that one up.
Yeah, I lost it when I saw that. I lost it, and I was like, "This is gonna be amazing." It's supposed to be dropping Christmas of 2023.
I am the worst Rogue Squadron fan that there is.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because I always want to read the books. However, there is something about the way the authors of these books, the way they write, that doesn't connect with me for some reason.
Okay.
So I never really read these Rogue Squadron books. However, one thing is for certain. It is, like, from what I have read, elite group. The best of the best. They are the Top Gun of the X-Wing fighters and all of that.
Yeah.
So I expect a lot out of that one. And now my question for you is, do we have the right director?
Yes.
Why?
In Patty Jenkins?
Yeah.
Patty's a phenomenal director.
For those of us who are not familiar, which I am, but I want to make sure that everyone...
Patty Jenkins is the director behind Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman 1984.
What else is there to say, right? Did Wonder Woman, like, help save DC? Or keep it alive?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is what excites me, though. Patty Jenkins said one thing that stuck out with me. She said, I found two things. I am what? Passionate about.
Passionate about.
When you're passionate about something, you pour your heart and soul into it.
Yeah.
You can never, ever go wrong once you pour your heart and soul into something. Because you're giving it your all.
As long as they give her what she needs.
That's it. That's it.